Awesome.
Yeah, that's good. That's a yeah.
Okay, so Tammy, I think Retta wants to ask you a question, and it's only because we saw this thing once in I think it was like Time magazine.
Yeah.
So I'll help if you.
Oh, okay. On Time magazine, in Time magazine, I saw this lady who had a white baby and a black baby.
Yeah.
Now, is that something just for the Inquirer, or can that really happen?
I'm so glad you asked that, because you think there's no way that's a Photoshop thing, or maybe the husband is mixed race, so one baby came out white, one baby came out black or Asian or whatever. But there is something that happens that's not very common. But women can ovulate more than one time or ovulate more than one egg. And if it happens like within 24 hours and she ovulates a few eggs and she has intercourse with more than one guy, she could have fertilized eggs by different people at the same time. So, and you would never really know that happened until birth. Or the mother could be worried about it. But she's gonna maybe you would hope,
possibly,
but she might just be assuming. Well, no, obviously one guy got me pregnant and I have twins now, or triplets even. But that can happen, and it's really like a surprise. And when you deliver these babies, like they don't look anything alike, and you find out that happens. It's called superfecundation, where somebody ovulates, a bunch of eggs at the same time, and if you happen to actually, have intercourse with more than one person, those eggs could be fertilized by different people. Also, you can have everybody assumes that twins and triplets are just from one egg that divided, but no, you could have twins from two different eggs that came at the same time, implanted with the same father in the uterus.
So I always thought that it was one ovary who spit out one egg, and they switch sides every month.
Yeah, that would be perfect if it was ping pong and everybody's body read the textbook and one the other. But it doesn't really happen like that. You could have one ovary that's the one ovary that makes all your eggs, and the other one is just like an innocent bystander. Or it could be one ovary 1 month, the other ovary the other month. Or, they 2 months in a row here and then one here. But it's not always that synchronized thing. And also the eggs, when they do ovulate, they don't spit the egg right into the fallopian tube like they show you in reproductive health class in middle school or whatever. So what happens is the ovaries release the egg or eggs from either one ovary or two ovaries, whoever, and it's typically just one, but we know more than one can happen. And that egg really usually migrates somewhere in the pelvis. And then the fallopian tubes kind of migrate to that area where the egg is. And through their little finger-like projections on the end of the tubes, called the fimbria, one of them will attract the egg. So a lot of people think, oh my gosh, I've had my right tube removed, so I'm never going to get pregnant with an egg from my right ovary, because that connection doesn't exist anymore. No, you can still have an egg from the right ovary be picked up by the left tube. It's fine. It works.
So those tubes
perfectly
move?
normal. They do. They're kind of floating.
Really?
And it's the women that have problems.
See, I thought they were like this, right next to the uterus. I'm the uterus. These are my tubes. This is my ovary. This is my ovary, and they're just waiting there to catch it.
Well, they can, but they also just float around, and they're down there to attract the egg and pick up the egg. Cool. And transport it, hopefully, all the way down to the uterus, so that fertilized egg, if sperm are present, gets fertilized and implants in the uterus.
So in Retta's case,
You've got one kid that celebrates Cinco de Mayo and another one that loves Black History Month. You might want to question that.
Yeah, it could be an
your
issue.
fallopian tubes are moving.
It does happen. It does happen.
Thank you, Dr. Tammy.
Of course.